Everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be part 2 of my decluttering series. Today we're doing concealers, powders, and primers. It's going to be one hell of a ride, so you are warned. I have 2 drawers that are full and I need them to be combined in one. By the way, as always, I'm not doing giveaways with used products. I have a drawer full of like new products that are meant just for that. So the ones that I'm getting rid of are either going to garbage if they're old, and then I'm offering them to friends and family if they're used. And the ones that are unused, like I said, either go in a giveaway pile or I give them to a women's shelter. So with that said, I know I'm fully aware that nobody needs this much makeup. I feel like it's a little silly to have to put that disclaimer, but I'm just throwing it out there. With YouTube, we have to have too much makeup. We tend to review so much. I get sent some, I buy some, etc, etc. So let's just go through this. For this video, I have 2 drawers to go through. The first one, I actually want to be completely empty. I want to put everything that's in there in the other one. So let's do this. Those are all my primers. And the worst part is that I don't use primers that often anymore, and I just want to go through them and force myself to either start using them or just not have them anymore. Some of them I am planning on doing videos on, so I will be putting them aside, but they won't be part of my main collection anymore because I just don't want my drawers to be this full, and I would rather have them in a section together, like the ones I want to do for a specific video, than have them in here and just take some space. So let's do this. I have done a video on the new Urban Decay primers, and this one I don't like the self-adjusting one. I much prefer the optical illusion, so this one is definitely going. I have, are these something? No. I have multiple ones of the Too Faced Hangover primer, and I know I have other ones even in my giveaway box, so this one is definitely going. I don't need multiple. I'll definitely just keep this one. I haven't tried yet this one. This is the setting spray, which I can get rid of the box, I suppose. I tend to keep boxes for absolutely no reason, so I'm just going to keep this and get rid of the box. I have another makeup setting spray. This is the Urban Decay one. So this is another prepping makeup spray. Again, I'm just going to get rid of the box. I recently tried these 2 Marc Jacobs primers, and this one smelled like coconut, and this one too, but I'm personally not the biggest fan, so this one is just okay. I just don't need to keep the Too Faced one and this one. And this one has glitter, like this one is like the dewy one, and it's not the best, like it's pretty much gold. I would recommend this if you have tan skin. I'm definitely more of a light skin, so this is a bit too dark and gold for me, so I'm just gonna give these 2 away. What else? I'm definitely keeping this YSL Touche Éclat Blur Primer, and let's be real, it's also because there's my name engraved. Hopefully I can zoom. So you can see that there's my name engraved on it, so even if I hated it, I would still keep it. What else? What else? I haven't tried this one yet. I'll definitely put it in the group of like I need to try. I really like the Benefit Professional, but again, I'm gonna get rid of the box because I need to stop hoarding boxes. This one over there. I have a bunch of the sample sizes of the Hourglass primer, which I do like, and this one is the serum version. So I don't need all of these. I'll definitely just keep, here you go. I'll definitely just keep this one and I'll just get rid of these. But I definitely like these one. The serum version is definitely more oily, so if you have dry skin, I would recommend this one. The Becca Evermatte Poreless Primer, I have kind of a love-hate relationship with this because it's extremely drying, but if you have really oily skin, this could be awesome. But it doesn't necessarily work really well with every foundation, so you definitely need to test how well it mixes with them. I have the Benefit That Gel Primer. I've had this forever, so I'm going to get rid of it. I have the Pure No Filter Blurring Primer, which I haven't tried yet, so I can definitely put it in the needs to be tried section. I have the Nivea 2-in-1 Moisturizing Primer. I do like it. I also have, actually, let me get it. I almost forgot, this one was on my table. It's the one I'm currently using. This is the Urban Decay Rehab Makeup Prep. They're kind of similar, like moisturizer slash primer, and I've been using those lately and I do like them. I have a bunch of colored, actually this one is not colored primer. This is the Makeup Forever Hydrating Primer. I do like it, but it's like almost empty, so I'm just gonna trash this. I don't use these much, to be honest, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of them. I would rather use concealers that are correcting than the primer. So I have some blurring primers that are from the drugstore. I do like them. I'm just gonna keep going through the other ones, and if I have too many I might get rid of one, but I do like these, so for now I'm gonna keep them. I really like the L'Oreal Lumi Magique Light Infusing Primer. This one is just very old, so I think I'm just gonna trash this, but I definitely like this. I've had these for quite a while and they're like pretty much empty, like you can see. So I think that these I'm just gonna get rid of. This one is more recent in my collection. This is the MAC Stroke Cream, and this one was for when my skin was oily, dry actually. Now it's oily and it's just too much. This is the cream version. They do have a like light fluid version, which I could try, but I think I'm just gonna give this to someone that has dry skin. The rest are like things that I haven't used much yet. This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, which again, I haven't tried much, but let's get rid of the box, otherwise I'm never gonna use it. So this is what it looks like. It's supposed to be a like shiny light infusing primer. Actually, speaking of boxes, I'm gonna get rid of the box of this one too. This is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Skin Booster. I have used like the other version that they had in the past, which was okay, but this one is supposed to be even better, so I'm going to be testing that out. So this one is supposed to be blurring and moisturizing. This one is the Burberry Fresh Glow. So again, I'm going to be testing that out and decide if I like it or not. And I haven't tried also this one. This is the YSL Touche Éclat Blur Perfector. It's supposed to be like a balm slash blurring product, so I'm going to be testing that out and letting you know if I like it. I still feel like I have like too many, but at the same time I got rid of like pretty much half of them, so not too bad. I'm going to go through the powders and everything, and then we'll come back and see if that fits in the drawer. Okay, so this is the drawer I want everything to fit into, so you're gonna see, again, it's absolutely ridiculous. I've accumulated way too many things. They were everywhere and I just threw them all in the drawer, and now we need to go through them, get rid of everything I don't want, and reorganize. So, those are my powders and concealers. Nobody needs this amount, like even on YouTube. So I want to try and get rid of a lot of these. At least a quarter. If I can get rid of half, that would be even better, but this just needs to be better organized at least. So I'm just gonna, maybe I should empty it again and just go through everything one by one. Let's do this. There's actually a primer right here which shouldn't be in here. This is the Laura Mercier, just their normal foundation primer. I'm gonna give this away because I clearly forgot it even existed. Okay, so let's see if I can organize things a little bit better. Let's grab the powders, which, wow. I went from having like almost zero powders because I had dry skin to having oily skin and experimenting way too much with powder. I haven't tried yet. This is the new Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is the loose finishing one, and I need to try it and decide if I like it or not. So I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna get rid of the e.l.f. SPF 45 sunscreen powder. I feel like it worked for the SPF, which weirdly enough, but I've had this for too long, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I do like the Besame translucent brightening vanilla powder, so I'm gonna keep this. I don't need 2 shades of the Maybelline Better Skin powder. I do like it though, but I don't need both shades. I'm gonna wait and see what other colors I have and then just keep the color that I have the least of. I do like the Hourglass ambient powders. For sure I'm keeping this. The Laura Geller Balance and Brighten powder. Really like these. Currently I've been using the Cover FX mattifying powder, which I'm so proud of myself. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but like I'm like halfway through this, which I rarely ever finish a powder, which again, if I had dry skin, makes sense, but I'm super proud, so I'm keeping this. I do like it. I have all of these Makeup Forever powder. I think I'm going to get rid of this one because I don't think it's used and I just don't reach for it. But these are new and I haven't tried them yet, but I'm going to get rid of the boxes because, again, hoarding boxes. Although it makes it easy to... Oh, actually, I think I'm going to get rid of the yellow one because this is like too dark for me. I'm going to give it to someone that has more of a tan than me, but I'm going to keep the 01. Which is the one that is like white, basically. So I'm going to keep this one and pass this one to someone else and just get rid of the box. I'm going to keep the CoverGirl Sensitive Press Powder. This is like one of the first powder I've ever tried. Not this one specifically. They changed the color in the packaging and everything. But I have this color that I do really enjoy, so I'm going to keep it. So if you have dry skin and you feel like no powder is like not drying, definitely recommend this one. And it has no scent. Don't get the brown packaging because it has perfume in it, but the green one is awesome. So I have 3 different one of the Maybelline Fit Me. There's the one for like dry skin and the one for oily skin. I'm going to keep the oily skin one. I'm going to get rid of these 2. So since I have the light skin for this one, I'm going to get rid of the darker shade. It's the opposite. I'm keeping the dark one and the light one in this one. I do like the NARS Translucent Crystal Powder. If you have, again, dry skin and everything is too drying, I recommend this one. The only thing is the packaging gets really dirty, but I've used like half of this. Again, pretty proud. I'm having a hard time removing anything. I'm going to get rid of the Rimmel Clear Complexion and the L'Oreal True Match and the Rimmel Lasting Finish Powder. I just don't need so many. But I think I'm going to keep the loose powder of the Match Perfection powder. I'm going to get rid of the Revlon Early Naked powder. I'm trying to not keep every single powder, which is getting pretty hard. I think I'm going to get rid of the loose powder of this one, and this one, it's pretty recent, so I'm going to give it more of a shot. It's actually humongous, but yeah, get rid of this one. I really like the MAC Studio Fix powder. I'm going to keep this one. Was the one that didn't really match me that I got like years ago. I could probably actually remove this from my collection, and this is the like newest one I purchased to replace it, which is definitely a summer shade. But I don't know if this one I want to keep it or not. I'm going to keep it for now, but I'm realizing I'm already like having too much stuff. I haven't tried yet the new Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, but I'm going to just get rid of the box. So this is what it looks like. I have the Urban Decay Naked Powder. I do like it, but I'm realizing that I prefer loose powders over the ones in a pan, so I'm going to get rid of it. I'm still testing the Essence one. I think it's freaking me out, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to be giving it one more shot before deciding. The Wet n Wild Press one. Oh, that's actually really, really soft. Okay, I'm going to give it a shot. And the Bare Mineral Base Brew powder. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm fully aware I kept way too many. I might go back and get rid of more. But there's so many in there that I haven't tried enough yet that I'm like unsure if I want to remove them or not. But for now, I'm going to keep them. But yeah, ultimately I would like it to be a lot less than this. Let's go through the concealers because it's ridiculous. I recently tried the NARS one. This is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This shade is definitely a summer shade and it hasn't been really summer all summer. But I do like it, so I'm going to keep it. I have a ridiculous amount of these LA Girl Pro Concealers, and I just don't need all of them. So I'm just going to keep like 1 or 2 color I like. Clearly this one I like a lot, Porcelain. So I think it's the only one I'm going to be keeping. This one I'm going to get rid of the 5 other ones. And even then, like, I used to like it more than I do right now. I need to test it one more time and decide, but like, meh. I don't love the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealer. I got rid of the foundation too, so I might as well get rid of this too. I don't like the smell. Like, I didn't say it for the foundation, but it has like a really strong chemical scent. And have you seen the size of this? Like, it's literally humongous. It's the size of my eyes, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I feel like it's gonna be a pain in the butt to try to get all the product in there, so meh. I'm gonna get rid of anything that is too dark for me. Like, I know these two, like this one is definitely a corrector, but the peach one is kind of dark. I prefer the light pink to correct my under eyes. here, the Naked Skin color corrector fluid. I like the pink one. Don't like the peach, it's too dark for me. And this one I could use to contour, but honestly, I don't reach for it. So I'm gonna give this to someone else. Lately, I've been using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have the color Light. I really, really like this one. Definitely recommend it. Totally worth the splurge. The closest thing I have from drugstore is the Maybelline Master Conceal. I have the color Fair and Light. I love this on the face, under the eyes. I definitely recommend this one. Holy Grail Face Concealer is the Makeup Forever Full Cover Concealer. I would never be without this. I've had this for way too long and I just never reach for anything else basically. So I don't really use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Oops. I have the shade NW15. It's the right shade, but like I just don't reach for it. Plus it's a bottle, like it's glass, and I'm so scared I'm going to drop it and just... So I think I'm going to give this to someone else. I don't hate it. It's definitely a great concealer, but I just don't reach for it over the other ones. I have quite a few of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealers. 2 of them are like empty, like literally empty. They look still full, but it's all air. So I would need to repurchase these 2 colors. I have a R22 W23. Highly recommend these. The 2 other ones that I have are like legit white. Like if you can never find a concealer that is white enough for you, totally recommend going for these ones. I actually hope that they extend their color range. There's not enough shades, period. But yeah, I'm gonna keep those just in case I want to do something in the middle of winter with like 0 self-tanner and like 0 sun for months. But yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these ones because they're literally empty. I'm gonna put them in an empties video. I have a bunch of the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. I'm not gonna keep all of them. This one is the oldest one that I have, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I just wanted to mention, I always like to mention it every time I talk about it, but the shade 10 is darker than the shade 15. So if you want something that is lighter, definitely recommend going with Fair number 15. But I'm keeping those, love them. They're great, like lightweight everyday concealer for under the eyes. 20 is too dark for me. I'm gonna give it to a friend that is tanner. I don't tend to reach for these stick concealers, so I'm just gonna pass these. I have 2 of these. I'm just gonna keep the color that matched me the best, get rid of the other one. Actually, let me just get rid of the box because, again, taking space. I have the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. I just don't reach for this one, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's kind of yellow for me a little bit, so meh. NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, unpopular opinion. I think it's overrated, doesn't work for me, I don't like it. I have the color Vanilla, which is a great match for me, but I just don't reach for it, I don't like it. I have a Sleek Concealer, I just don't reach for it either, it's kind of old. It's one of those clicky pens, so bye. I haven't played enough with this one yet. This is the Maybelline Brighten Creamy Concealer. I'm going to keep this. The L'Oreal True Match. This one isn't the best match. Like this one is literally the color C123, which, I mean, that concealer won't work for everyone. That is C123, so this isn't the best match. I'm gonna get rid of it. I do like the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer. If you have dry skin, don't really recommend it. If not, I recommend it. It's good. I have these Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. The shade Light and Fair, both of them neutral. I do like this. It's a great like high-end version of the Maybelline Fit Me. Do like these. As for the correctors, I do like the Urban Decay ones. I feel like they're really lightweight. So I think I'm going to keep them because I don't have anything else. I've gotten rid of all the other ones that I had, so I'm keeping those. I have literally 2 of the exact same thing. So I'm just going to give one to my sister and keep the other one. I just don't need 2 backups. And I have this one that is already in use. This one is a different shade, so I'm going to keep it. I have the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I have the shade Fair. I don't love it. It's really full coverage, but like, I think I'm going to give it one more shot, but I'm not going to put it in here. I'm literally going to put it outside and test it one more time and decide what I do with it. Let me know if you want to see a video like updated, like at the end of the year or something, like the ones that I decided to keep or not. The ones I was unsure about, let me know, but it's not going to go in there. I'm going to give it one more shot. I have the MAC Studio Fix concealer. I just don't reach for this. I'm just going to pass it. I do like the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Concealer. I just don't think I use it over the other ones. Actually, between the 2, I think I actually prefer this one over this one. So I'm going to keep this one, get rid of this one. I do have one more corrector. This is the Bobbi Brown one. I just don't really reach for it, sadly. Like, yeah, I just don't really like the formula. It's like, I have oily skin now, but I still feel like this is almost too drying, so I'm gonna pass this. I don't need 3 shades of the Born This Way concealer. Once again, I was sent a range and like I've just been keeping everything. I think I'm gonna keep the light color. I'm gonna get rid of fair and very fair. I mean, what do I have? Maybe I'm gonna keep very fair. I might keep fair too, but I'm not gonna keep this one. I have a bunch of like clicky pens. I haven't tried yet the YSL one. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Maybelline one, but I'm gonna keep the L'Oreal for a little bit more just to try it. A bunch of random ones I haven't tried enough yet. Actually, not true. This one I do like. But these ones I haven't tried, or like very little. So I'm going to put them with the Tarte one. It's going to be, you try it, you either like it enough to put it in here, or you get rid of it. Actually, except for this one. This is the CoverGirl one in 1, 2, 3, 4 shade. So I'm just going to pass this to someone else. And I do like the Maybelline Master Camo. I'm going to keep it right here. Okay. Oh, and I did have a powder right here. This is the Professional License to Blot. Again, gonna get rid of the box. So I'm just gonna get rid of the box and just keep the product. Now let me grab all the primers and put them in here. Actually, let me... I'm gonna keep the 2 spray out of the drawers. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. I feel like I just have still way too much stuff. So I'm going to put in the front right here the primers and concealers that I need to test. That's actually just the one I'm currently using, so I'm going to leave it there anyway. And I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like I still have too many, especially like powders and concealers and even primers. But I still think I made some great progress. I definitely got rid of a quarter, if not almost half, a quarter at least of... So I'm like kind of torn. I feel like I could have done better. But there's quite a few in here that I need to test, actually. That I need to test and decide what I do with them. This should be here. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one. So this is what the after looks like. So this is I need to test concealers, powders, primers. I don't know. Could have done better. Not horrible, but could have done better. At least everything fits in one drawer now. This is what I'm getting rid of. Concealers, powders, and primers, and boxes. Me and boxes. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's still some great progress. It's kind of crazy that I got rid of all of this, especially concealer. I'm kind of proud there. But I don't know. How do you feel about this? Still did pretty good? Not too bad? Let me know. So that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and to subscribe. I will be linking on the screen the other ones that I've done in the past. Don't forget to check those out too. I will link the playlist as soon as it's done too. So that's it. I will see you in my next video. Bye.